On the last episode of Dice Funk.
So we got white, red, and blue crystals.
You are not going anywhere without me,
Which papa is this?
Cardinal Stab Daddy.
Violet, no!
It's too late. It's in my belly.
Do you know where I could get a staff?
Yeah, you snap a branch off, and you feel like a shooting pain for just a second.
Ow!
Is there a problem with heading to the Tiger Mountains at this point?
Ooh, we're gonna go to the mountains?
Wait. I don't think I remembered you mentioning earlier that you were a noble.
So Alias is going to get a new friend.
If it would be possible to have the familiar be a magpie.
Are you going to give it a name?
I suppose the obvious one that he could go with would be just to name it Job.
Didn't you find a letter? It was written in Gnome? You talked to your frog friend. Don't you have a comprehend language spell?
Okay, it looked like it was going to be the Stranger Things logo, but then what?
It turned into the Outback Steakhouse logo because the logos are similar.
In fairness, that does actually sound pretty funny.
It's hysterical. It would be great if you saw it instead of me narrating it to you while barely being able to talk.
Did you reblog it?
I should. I just, every time I hear, I'm gonna do it anyway.
You're welcome for the second-hand audio-only joke.
Coming up next, I'm going to be doing readings of Garfield without Garfield.
And then I'll describe a Where's Waldo. Maybe we'll find him. No one knows.
And then Austin and I are going to co-write a motion picture adaptation of a Magic Eye book.
I'm pretty excited for that one.
Me too. It's going to be magical.
Literally.
Okay, that is pretty funny.
I don't know if any of that's staying in. Do you guys want to start?
Where am I and what am I doing?
Oh my god.
All right. So we left the party, Alias was down below deck with Joan doing his magic training. Lavinia was spending time with her dad doing father-daughter bonding activities. Drop and Violet had gone off to do their own things, and everyone has leveled up. So first we'll zoom in on Violet. Hi, who has walked over to the wheel of the Violet one, mildly tipsy. I think it's kind of worn off, but you're taking the wheel. Have we talked about this? You take the wheel in your mouth, right? You're not like up on two legs.
No, I'm up on two legs.
Yeah, I was really hoping 2 legs.
I'm sorry,
Oh, no.
but that is how I've always imagined it, and therefore it is canon.
It's really dumb, is the thing.
Good.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure we're all on the same page because this is a profoundly dumb campaign. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same dumb page.
We absolutely are.
Okay, good. I guess you turned the ship around because it was facing the Ragged Wood, and you're taking it south to the Tiger Mountains. Elias suggested that, and no one disagreed, so I guess that's just what's happening.
All right, Violet presses a few buttons and says, "Let's kick this pig," and then we go.
First of all, don't kick any pigs. That's just hurtful and rude.
All right.
Second of all, there aren't really buttons. This is a regular wooden ship.
There are buttons. Violet is pressing something that she thinks are buttons.
Someone else in the team has like installed plastic buttons not connected to anything just so you can push them and feel good.
Yeah. They're they're satisfying to press.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Good campaign.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Ziggy walks over. He has his staff now, so he can talk to you again. Okay. And he comes over and he says to you, well, first he comes over and he seems like he's going to like say like, "Hi, sorry about the whole kidnapping you thing, the slavery thing, like my bad." But he seems to be like startled by something, and he like waves his staff over you and says, "Are you aware that you have like 6 times a lethal dose of poison in your system right now?"
I am not. Look, I have lots of things inside me. I can't keep track of them all.
Yeah, but you should be hella dead. Actually, he wouldn't say hella. That was Austin. You should be very dead.
Well, I'm not, because I am a unicorn. So that is why. Pretty sure.
Yeah. So here's the thing about unicorns.
Mm.
They're purity incarnate, including their insides, I guess. Violet, like all unicorns, should be immune to poison. But you don't know if that was taken from you when your powers were taken, and you ate that weird crystal,
Yeah.
knowing nothing about it, and then drank a ludicrous amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
You should be dead.
Right. Out of character knowledge here, Violet is still immune to poison for those listening. But she isn't sure because she lost a lot of her powers and she's like, "What's gone?"
Yeah. So you're a level 3 barbarian. That gives you the choice of either being a berserker, which is just like full blood rage, full like lust for killing, and then like a nature shaman kind of animal totem hippie barbarian. And obviously, Leon,
Yeah.
there's one that fits Violet best. Can you explain to us which one you picked and why?
Oh, I went to have the ability to have frenzy, and that means while raging. When I flip the rage switch, I now have special rage powers beyond my regular rage powers, and it means I can use a bonus action to attack, but then I'm exhausted afterwards. So it's like I shoot my entire wad, and then I'm like, oh man, that was too much.
Yeah, you're exhausted after the frenzy ends, to be clear, not just the one attack.
Yeah, so stuff's gonna happen. I want to put this into use like as soon as I can because I just want to see it happen. So we'll have to run into like hopefully a sea monster or something so I can use it.
What's the character explanation for Violet? Like, is it the longer she stays out of the Feywild, the crazier she goes?
The in character explanation.
Yeah.
Well, she's temperamental like in a general sense. She still, tries to do good, but she's very temperamental. But being out of the Feywild and the prime material realm not being what she always suspected it was is starting to wear on her. She's also used to like everyone thinking she's great, and now there are people who want to hurt her, and like more like immediate danger. She's also weirded out by the fact that she's a sailor and water has always been important to her, and now the water is trying to drown her. So like she's not only in like a new world that is not what she expected, ruining her lifelong dream, but also the thing she loves is trying to choke her to death. So she's not handling it well. She's immature. She's not handling it well, and I'm having fun watching her unravel.
Yeah, I do like the idea of like a character in a D&D campaign showing actual signs of stress.
Yeah.
Because I think the game is kind of designed for like, oh, you chop 100 goblins to death and you're fine with that. It's like very Darkest Dungeon to be like, oh, there are consequences psychologically to being in an adventure situation, which is fun.
I'm doing this Cthulhu style. Like the crazier shit gets, the crazier she's gonna get.
I like it. I do want to say that like Ziggy examines you with his like detect poison spell, and he determines that like if you weren't a unicorn, you would be dead because of what you did.
All right, then she says, "Oh, then my poison immunity must still be intact. Sweet to know."
Or it might be back. Like the powers you get for unicorn come from your innate unicornness.
My unicorniness.
Yeah, your unicornosity. Right. Is it possible? Like Ziggy doesn't know, and I don't think you do either. It might be possible to just regain your powers naturally, either over time or by like shaking them loose somehow. You don't know, like maybe the crystal tripped it.
Well, Violet does not know. Like basically, Generica didn't go into many specifics. She was kind of trying to be crafty that way.
Yeah, as I'm saying, it's a mystery right now. But the thing is, like, one of your unicorn powers is back. Is that a fluke? Is it a harbinger of things to come? You don't know. But the important thing is you are now immune to poison, definitely, including alcohol. Actually, like you try drinking again, maybe like Shitty Jeff snuck you a wineskin or something, and you maybe take a sip from it, and it does nothing. Like your body is acclimated to it now.
Cool.
And you're pretty good. Also, I bumped you up. This is not for your level up, but I bumped you up a Constitution point because you survived that, what should have been fatal poisoning. So not only does that give you better Constitution saving throws against future stuff like that, it also gives you an AC because you're a barbarian, and that's how barbarians work.
Fuck yeah.
So you had a good level up.
All right.
Do you want to move over to drop now?
Sure.
When the party split up, what did drop go to do?
I picture Drop spending a lot of time in the crow's nest.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
He's still not he's still not acclimatized to the idea of actually having friends around him that he can rely on.
Hmm.
And I think he took it pretty rough to that within like a hair's breadth. Their final confrontation out in the woods. Everybody was just about to die on him again, and when something came to him and pointed out some very specific truths to him that he's still not really sure exactly what to do with.
Hmm.
So at the end of this last adventure, he's feeling pretty conflicted. He doesn't really know what to make of Vinny, because she treats him really rather like a friend, but he's not sure that she's real, and he doesn't really know what to make of what the voice was trying to tell him, because the voice was obviously trying to tell him, give him some kind of guidance in order to not only survive but also to save his compatriots. But then at the same time putting this seed of weird suspicion and disbelief in the back of his mind. So he's not really completely ready to give his presence to the party yet. So I picture that he spends on the boat, at least he spends quite a lot of time up in the crow's nest, just sort of minding his own business, meditating, thinking about what he ought to do, what these people are to him, what he is to them.
It makes sense from a statistical point of view too, because as the highest wisdom party member, you're going to be the only one who has a chance of seeing anything.
Hmm.
So you definitely want to be the one on lookout. For your third level, Drop as a monk had access to being either a punch monk, a sneaky monk, or a monk who uses your key abilities to do like what are essentially spells.
A magic monk.
Yeah. Can you explain to us which one you chose and why?
I chose Punch Monk. The reason why I chose Punch Monk was because mainly I sort of feel like it would probably complement the party best, because we have a rogue and we have a bard, and I didn't really think that I would get anywhere by being sneak monk or magic monk with those two people on board. It was sort of like, congratulations, you're now almost as good as either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if I chose Way of the Open Hand, I sort of felt like that it for Drop's reasoning anyways, I think one of the most important things about the monastic tenets that he learned at the monastery was about fighting the perception of himself as cursed, and sometimes that kind of like comes out physically. Like he's a bit of a fighter, but he just doesn't have that much confidence in himself.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense to me that he would try and keep fighting, at least anyways. And that just kind of wraps into me thinking that it would also probably be better for the party, because while we do have Violet, yeah, Violet is also horse.
Violet is very hoarse.
And so far that has proved to be a larger limit, I think, in the party than I thought it was going to be. But
There's a reason that they aren't in the player's handbook as a core race. I do want to say though, it's called Open Hand in the player's book
mm,
for monks. But what was the name of your discipline? And have you given much thought to that? Like, what is exactly?
like my the whatchamacallit?
Yeah, like what's your order called? What do they do?
The order was called the Order of the Calm Waters. That's right.
Which is either really ironic or what's the opposite of ironic?
Fitting.
It's something. It's a literary technique. Was it called that before the waters started being a real danger?
Actually, yeah, that was right there in the character history. I think it's in the fifth last paragraph. It reads, "Not easily calmed, a very anxious and panic-prone Drop agreed to travel with Sheathane to her home, the Order of the Calm Waters."
Hmm. So, what is there anything that they're about in particular? Are they just kind of like chill dudes? Do they have any like specific rules or concepts unique to them?
Um, They're sort of, I picture them as being kind of like mind your own business sort of Taoists, in a certain way.
Hmm.
The idea that, inner peace comes from accepting chaos as opposed to attempting to like excise it, recognizing that existence is one of contrasts, and that people who believe in peace might at some point in time be forced to fight for it. A group of people who are willing to embrace some of the paradoxical nature of existence as opposed to try and like write over it, and like with those really shitty erasers that you get in like elementary school that do nothing but like spread your mistake all across the page, and you're like, no, no, I got it. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
That actually reminds me, do you want to stop at your monastery on the way to wherever you guys are going? Because it's not on the way.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, it's Violet's the one at the controls, so it's I guess at the end of the day, it's up to her.
Someone has to suggest it to her because she doesn't like immediately know where it is.
I'm not sure it really would have occurred to drop.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I would say it makes sense to me that if anyone would approach Drop, it'd probably be Kay. He thinks like they're muscle bros, maybe. So he's just like,
There what?
I hear we're going to where you got blasted and chiseled. I'd be interested in seeing that. Like,
Is he like is Kay actually is Cardinal Stab Daddy actually approaching me about this then, or are you just like hypothesizing here?
yeah. So like one day maybe you come down from the crow's nest to like, get something, maybe go to the bathroom or something, and Kay like walks up to you and he's like, I hear tell that we're going near the the muscle-torium. Like, it'd be pretty sweet if we could get a gander at that. What do you think?
All honesty, there's probably not much left to see. When I first arrived, it was a thriving community, and when I left, there was one other person. So I don't even know if she's still there.
So nah, then, not about that life.
I I think I've left it behind. I I don't know.
Can I get a clarification on something? Is K like spelled Kay, or is he like a character from a Franz Kafka novel?
His name is Keenan, Keenan, and he goes by K for short, which I mean most people just say out loud, but the way I spell it in my notes is literally just the letter K.
Oh. So is it a reference to the castle?
Nope. It's literally just a way to shorten the name Keenan.
I'm just being a dick.
I know. That's fine.
Trying to bring a little culture to the proceedings.
Yeah, it's good. I guess we're not going to the monastery then? That's fine. I'm just asking.
We could, I just don't think that Drops. He doesn't really see it so much as his home.
Which is fine. If you don't, I assume Violet wouldn't think of it herself.
No, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Drop's not mentioning it and Kay takes that as an answer, then he wouldn't mention it. So that's fine.
Okie dokie.
I do want to have one scene though, where after Lavinia finishes painting the Violet 1 on the side of the Violet 1, she goes and tells Violet.
Okay, Vinny's gonna approach Violet, covered in paint. Hey, Violet!
Yeah,
You should come look at what I did. I got you a present.
I will. We're like at sea right now, right? Or is this like before?
No, this is Etsy.
Okay. How are you painting? like the
If
outside of it.
if you had listened, you would have known.
I guess that's true.
Stab Daddy held me over by my feet, and I
Oh.
painted upside down.
That is okay. Violet goes over and she says, "Wow, it looks like you painted that upside down while someone held you by your feet."
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I do like it. I appreciate the
Well, it
effort.
sounds like you didn't like it.
No, I totally do. It's very, very nice. Now it's official.
It's also magic paint, so it moves like a GIF.
Uh-huh.
That is the best.
Do you wanna say that again, Austin? It moves like a what?
No, we're not doing this.
Like a what?
We're not doing this. Well, stop.
You heard me. It moves because it's magic.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to check and see if I heard it right there. That's all.
It moves like a zoetrope.
I love zoetropes.
Violet is genuinely like happy to see it. if that was not clear. I don't.
Okay. And while you guys are talking, Kay comes back up from below deck where he got the gnome letter from Alias, and he brings it to Vinny because Vinny was reminded last episode that comprehend languages works on written languages as well.
So Vinny's gonna cast that as a ritual.
So everyone has to stand there and watch you strum for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Cool.
Strum, strum, strum. Okay, it worked now. What does it say?
You read the message that was written in Gnome, and it says a bunch of things. It's actually like kind of like orders from someone in Glitter Gold to the team that you found murdered in the Ragged Wood. I'm not going to read all of it to you because, you know, it's a couple pages, and it's like a lot of it's in jargon, and there's like abbreviations and stuff. It's like business language. But the important points are that the team that was sent was told to hire local trackers to get them to the site. If they saw the black hearts, they were to kill them on sight. They were to grab as much of the target as possible, specifically to leave the crystals behind and just get what they came for.
Oh.
And that they were out of time. That there was like, no, don't worry about subtlety or stealth. Just grab as much as you can carry and leave, because with their current projections for the water rising, there's no more time to like sell tickets and get anyone else out. Like we just need to convert the last couple ships and then we're leaving.
Oh shit.
Damn it, I just spilled coffee all over everything.
I'm sorry.
So now you guys have read that note.
Except for me. I missed that.
Um,
Because I was spilling coffee all over everything.
the gnomes grabbed a bunch of they wanted to grab a bunch of crystals.
No. They left the crystals. It says
Who grabbed? Who? But they couldn't get everything because they had to just kind of fuck off because the.
They
water's
said grab the
coming.
target, but leave the crystals.
Oh, grab the target. Sorry.
So the crystals clearly aren't what we're looking for.
Right. Well, I ate one, so they couldn't have grabbed them.
Okay.
That's not. What are you, Leon? Are you drunk? You took a bite out of a shard of crystal. That has no bearing on the fact there's a ton of crystals over there.
Look, let's just say that we're both right.
Oh my god.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't either. I don't understand what's happening in the world. I'm just kind of winging it.
Yeah, always. Do you need me to explain it again? Or are you just gonna never listen?
No, I understand.
Okay.
They had to get the target, and then they had to kind of fuck off because the water is rising and everything is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pretend like I know what's going on then.
You weren't in the conversation anyway, because it's just me, Violet, and Stab Daddy, right?
I guess, Drop can see you guys gathering and he can come down if he wants to.
Drop shrugs his shoulders and eyes the horizon mournfully.
Oh, so mournful.
Wow, it is really crucial that Alias operates within this party because otherwise y'all are fucking toast. You know that, right?
Yeah. I don't really know what to do here because Vinny's first thing to do would be to go tell Alias.
I told Skits that you're gonna have to be like the smart one of the party because everyone else is got to be dumb or uninterested. So.
In character and out.
Right.
Hey!
on the uninterested front. No, for listeners, Skitch had a power problem, so he's not here, if you haven't noticed. But so we're not going to be able to consult Alias right now. But yeah, he saved your guys' bacon multiple times with like the face step and the thinning out that tree guys and stuff. So like you guys would be dead several times over without him.
No, we're a hot mess. Like, no denying it.
All right. So what are you guys going to do?
In character, Violet would just think, "Oh, go to the mountains."
It makes sense in the moment for Violet to just shrug and walk off back to the wheel because she doesn't. Yeah. She's Violet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's make some out of like character decisions here and everything. Cool. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
If we're looking around for allies, a means to get the ship to fly, money, that was another thing, and what else was it?
Someone who knows how to bring those elements together.
Right. Okay. So, if we're going to explore all our options, then I suppose we should probably go to the monastery. Maybe we'll find something. Maybe we won't.
So, do you just make that decision for Alias to say like he suggests it, or?
No, well, we can say that Drop suggested.
Okay.
Drop says that it's kind of ridiculous that if he still has, a place there and allies, and if there's, something there to be found, then they may as well investigate it because there's no sense in just assuming that everybody's already dead.
Okay.
We might still have to watch them die.
Great. Violet gets the directions. She presses a bunch of fake buttons and turns the wheel, which is probably the only thing that really does anything. And then we go.
Do you guys want to roll history for the Tiger Mountains? Because that's kind of the thing to do before this. I guess
Yes.
Drop would get advantage.
I have -2 to
Okay.
history, so that's bad. 14.
13. I know nothing.
13's
I rolled
fine.
a 5. I really know nothing.
Violet somehow knows more than the rest.
No, because remember you said that you were learning about humans from encyclopedias.
Right, that's true. A lot of the information is outdated. Apparently, this was not.
So what you guys know about the Tiger Mountains? I assume that because Drop spent a lot of his time in seclusion, that's probably why he doesn't have like more of a fuller picture. But it's this mountain range that goes pretty far east to west, and civilizations at the foot of it, which are now underwater. Both Drop's home and there was goblin camps and stuff. Drop's home wasn't the only place that was lost. There's the monastery. The Lorelei region doesn't have a proper military. Basically, what happened is like the people who are in charge of most of the big civilizations, like Mykonos and Spira and stuff, would send like tithes or whatever to a general fund, which they would use to pay the orcs in the Tiger Mountains to kind of have a military presence. So if Lorelei was like invaded by another kingdom or something, or if they needed someone to go out and for some reason and show force, the orcs would go do that. But since civilization has fallen, essentially all the people who made the decisions left. They've been left to their own devices. They're not getting payments. They're just kind of left at the military base in the mountains.
So we've got a chock full of orcs?
Yeah, that's basically what's going on.
Cool. All right. Let's kill them.
The other thing you know is that there's a pretty heavy blanket of like smoke and ash that covers a lot of the Tiger Mountains.
Gross.
I mentioned this just so very, very briefly when I gave you guys a rundown of the areas before, but like it's something that Drop could always see from the monastery. It's just like this blanket of smoke and ash over the tops of the mountains, and it gets better and worse sometimes.
Sometimes there's even smoke on the water.
There it is.
Dun, 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 dun. Now I have to pay Deep Purple.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys are gonna head off towards the monastery.
Cool.
Let's do it.
The second Violet steps on land, she says, "I'm not the captain anymore. Someone else take charge."
Oh, Leon, my sweet summer unicorn.
Those are the rules.
You're not stepping directly from the boat onto land.
I don't mean I'm like leaping. We have to like.
I know what you mean, and I'm telling you, well, on your way there, you guys eventually, because it takes a couple days to get there, up ahead of you, you see like a thick blanket of aforementioned smoke and ash obscuring the coastline, so you actually can't quite see where you're supposed to be making landfall.
Can I use my special sailor powers to get a guesstimation of this so we don't crash, or what? Like, what do I roll for that to not kill us?
Yeah, if you want to make a vehicle proficiency check, so D20 plus 2, I believe is the proficiency bonus.
Okay.
To try to ease it in there so you don't just literally ram the whole ship onto shore and ruin the entire campaign.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I will do that then.
Oh, gosh.
12, which is above average.
So you're easing it in gently, just easing it, and you're being very careful. So you notice an approaching object and you spin the wheel so you don't hit it, but not so careful that you notice what the object is at first. You're like, oh, rock or something. But nope, it is another ship.
How big a ship?
Let's steal that one too.
It is about the same size as your ship. You assume it's like a pretty similar model. Like obviously they don't have like factory productions, but the same basic type and speed, you assume. Also, as I said before, these type of ships are supposed to be manned by 20 to 30 people. You have 7 on board. I saw somebody in the forum say like a lot of expendable NPCs on the ship, and it's like, oh dog, 7 is not enough people to operate a ship.
How many people are on the other ship?
Well, as Violet spins the wheel to avoid hitting it, and you guys turn like broadside to broadside, you look across and you see gnomes running across the ship A lot of gnomes, in fact. And then you hear a projected voice, you assume magnified by magic, as someone calls out, "This is Captain Coin of the SS Cyrika. Please lower your sails and prepare to be boarded."
Ah!
Violet gives him like the meanest look. like this is not a thing that she's gonna allow to happen. Don't we have like weapons, like ship kill weapons?
No, you guys have your harpoons. I would direct your attention to the roll 20.
Okay.
If I were you.
Okay.
What do you guys see?
It's fucking gnomes.
Yeah, you guys see a lot of gnomes.
Fucking gnomes. Yeah, fuck these guys.
I see that there's a dude named Captain Coin.
Yeah, that's for anyone who cares. Coyne.
I thought so.
So like Wayne Coin.
Shockingly like Wayne Coyne. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Gee, that's almost like that follows some kind of weird theme that's been undercurrent, like underrunning the entire campaign so far.
It's like JoJo or something.
I wish we had a undercurrent theme of you kissing my butt, Johnny.
Wait, I can't see the one that's Wayne Coin. Where am I coining?
He's joking.
No, I get that it's not Wayne Coin. I mean, I don't know which one is Coin.
It doesn't matter. I guess this one.
Okay.
I guess the one I'm moving, who is now. I'm gonna move one of them on the roll 20.
Okay.
You see that guy?
See. Oh, it's him. Okay, let's kill him first.
How many feet would you say away all these gnomes are from me?
You can see precisely how many feet. The boxes on roll 20 are 5 feet.
Oh, damn it!
So your two ships are really close to each other.
But too far for me to spell the whole fucking thing.
Okay, Violet goes over to the harpoon. She's had enough of this shit. Can I point it at Wayne? I'm sorry, at Coin. Can I point it at Coin?
Violet! Don't kill people!
Alright, Violet says, back off, or you just threatened us, and I'm threatening you back, because I'm Captain Violet Skittles Unicorn of the Violet One, and I say, you go away. How about that?
Wait, hold on. You're Captain Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey?
You shut up.
Also, all of the gnomes who are at their stations swivel their harpoons to point at you. You guys are in the same type of boat, same type of ship, so they have just as many harpoons as you.
Okay. Well, then I say, all right, well, look, here's the situation here. You all have harpoons, and we all have harpoons. If we all shoot our harpoons, then a lot of us are going to die. So I feel like we're at a stalemate since we have similar ships and a similar amount of harpoons.
Also, I know magic!
Yeah, and we know magic. And I'm a fucking unicorn.
I mean, actually, we're pointing like 6 harpoons at you, and you're pointing 1 at us, so I don't know if you have as much...
All people on the ship get to the harpoons.
If anyone moves, we're gonna shoot your unicorn full of harpoons.
Motherfucker, you... You can't even get me on your ship. Look how big I am. I'm a unicorn.
That's a bigger target.
You haven't thought this through. How are you even gonna do it?
It sounds like what you're trying to do is intimidate me. Are you gonna roll intimidation?
Yeah, I sure as fuck am.
Okay.
I mean, I wish that I were Ronaldo right now, because he can intimidate like motherfucker. But my intimidation is just... all my good stuff is charisma in my head, and it's not on my sheet anymore.
Nope. I want to be clear for listeners, there's about 20 gnomes on this ship. They can see it. There's a lot of these guys.
15. That's a solid amount of intimidation. Violet says, 20 gnomes, well, yeah.
You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Vinny wants to roll intimidation too. On the captain.
Yeah, we're all intimidating. We're just
Yeah.
we're flexing and stuff.
So Vinny's gonna yell, I can put tentacles in your mind if you don't leave us alone. And I rolled an 18.
Hell yeah, that's even better. I had a good one and she had a great one. So I feel like we're very intimidating right now. Drop, you want to show your abs or something, or do glisten or something?
Hey, Austin, first of all, I want to see if I can get a read on this Captain Coin. If there's any indication of what it is that he wants from us. So would that be insight?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he wants the boat.
9.
9. I mean, you can't tell anything specifically, but you notice they're all wearing gold armor.
Mm-hmm.
They have spears, and they also have the same sails as you guys do.
Right. Does the armor look reminiscent of, like, Glitter Gold Corporation stuff?
100%.
Okay.
You do see, I mean, your guys' good intimidation rolls kept them from firing on you immediately, but the captain waves over another guy who comes over, and they're like having like a little whisper meeting. And from your perch drop, you can see that the gnome the captain is talking to is wearing an eye patch.
Oh,
Did
shit!
we meet anyone with an eye patch earlier? Because I feel like we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the guy who
I believe
Ziggy's...
Ziggy stabbed
Yeah.
him right in the eye.
Oh, cool. Great.
After their little conference, the captain looks up and says, "We don't want to hurt you, but in the name of the Glitter Gold Corporation, we cannot allow you to leave with their property. If you will exit your ship, we can leave you unharmed."
What makes you think this is a glitter gold ship? It says Violet 1 on it. It's been painted. So they should not be able to tell.
She literally just painted over the words. The rest of it looks exactly the same. You guys have made no attempt to disguise the ship. Captain Coin says, the patented glitter gold super sails are a bit of a giveaway.
Oh, you have a patent on it? I didn't.
That's our intellectual property.
Okay, Vinny's gonna roll persuasion. And never mind. I was gonna roll a 6 to give an impassioned speech, but I just sputter about
You see a couple gnomes are picking up like boarding ramps and stuff.
Oh, the fuck.
They seem to be planning to come aboard.
Dad, what should we do?
Actually, I had the NPCs kind of just being quiet because they're looking to Violet. She is the captain of the ship and therefore has the authority to make the decisions.
Violet says, "Can't we kick the boarding planks over?"
Then they'll shoot us.
Yeah, there is that.
Uh-oh, Skitch is back.
Cool, bring him in. He's gonna hate us.
Please, God help.
Fuck, this is actually adding a lot of flavor because not only is he going to save you in character, he's going to have to save you out of character by showing up bodily.
Okay. Oh, Violet says, "Okay, I'm stepping away from the harpoon now," and she's sort of like, "I'm just gonna chill out by the wheel and stuff." Violet is a great sailor. Like that's like her main thing. Like, does she have the ability to possibly make an attempt to get us the fuck out? Like pull some Fast and Furious stuff like she did before?
I'm not going to say never because obviously crits exist.
Yeah.
But the thing is, their ship is the same as yours, so it's like just as fast and just as well armored and stuff. So like you're not really going to be able to lose them without like a crit or some kind of a creativity. We've talked before about creative solutions, but if you just try to like run, they'll be right behind you.
Okay. All right. Violet thinks better of it then, surprisingly. Okay. All right. I imagine this is happening in like bullet time, so I have a few seconds to think of something.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a terrible idea. We have those billows, right? That'll make us like go super fast. Not to get away from them, but it will like give a sudden burst of speed.
You do have those bellows, yes.
And Daddy's really strong.
Okay. Violet says, "You see this bird man over here? If you don't back off, we're gonna ram your ship, and then nobody's gonna have any ships. So how about that? So then you'll have to go tell the Glitter Gold Company, oh, not only did we not get that ship, we don't have any ship.
Yeah.
So how about that?
And she's crazy. She'll do it.
Oh, I'm crazy, and I'm getting crazier.
Is that intimidation or deception? I guess the difference is, do you actually intend to follow through?
I don't know.
While you're thinking of that, Skitch is just in the call. Skitch, start up your recording software and get in here. They're about to kill your character.
I'm gonna say it's intimidation because Violet is considering it, but she feels like she might not do it either.
Okay, I might need a little getting up to speed here.
Austin, you're the DM. You explain what terrible things we're doing.
The Tiger Mountains have a covering of ash and smoke, and they were obscuring the shoreline. Violet drove into it and came across a glitter gold ship, and they were now in aggressive negotiations, which is to say they're pointing harpoons at each other, and it's not going great.
They outnumber us. There's 20 of them, and there's like 7 people on our ship. So, and they have, basically they kind of outgun us, but Violet is basically like trying to pull like a crazy thing. And she says, she's just said that if they don't back off, we're going to have Cardinal Stab Daddy press on the billows and ram their ship. And then nobody's going to have any goddamn ships. And I have to roll intimidation to get them. I mean, we already scared them a little because we had good intimidation rolls.
Okay, where is Alias at the moment?
Alias wakes up from a nap.
So our ships are side by side. Is that right? What I'm guessing from this
Correct.
diagram that you got right here. Now, the sails. Would it be conceivably possible for me to like run along a mast and I don't know, use my acrobatic skills to get to their mast?
Of course.
Are there any gnomes up in like the crow's nest?
Yeah, there's one.
There's one up in the crow's nest?
Yeah, this guy.
Snap his neck.
If I made it to the other mast, would it be possible for me to, with my sword, I don't know, fuck up their rigging?
I mean, you could try. I saw Mythbusters on that, and honestly, it's not in your favor. But you could try.
I want to say that although this is a great plan, I did do my billow intimidation, and I had a really solid number there.
And if Vinny's yelling in support, can she also roll intimidation?
Sure.
I rolled a 9.
All right, well, we'll go with my 16.
I was going to propose something that I was going to do to help out Violet, actually.
Alias wakes up from his nap and comes upstairs and is like, "What did you do?" I leave for 5 seconds. I only transfer 4 hours, you fucking goofs.
What happens is Alias sees what's going on, sees Violet trying to intimidate them, and basically sort of points a hand out towards Violet, out from seeming nowhere, a magpie sort of manifests into existence. This is before the roll that Leo's doing happens.
That's fair, I guess.
The magpie flies over, lands behind Violet's head, and then casts prestidigitation to cause sort of like a seeming additional little flume of flames. Not necessarily an actual one, but sort of the illusion of one, because you do little effects like that with prestidigitation. Sort of bursts up from around Violet in an attempt to aid and grant advantage on the skill check.
I feel like with my two like really solid intimidation rolls, 15 and 16, and magic fire birds, that they should be a little scared of me right now.
Yeah, I mean, he gave you advantage. Do you want to roll that again?
I can try. I mean, I don't know if it's going to go higher than that, but I will certainly try.
Well,
the exact same thing. So still, I mean, if you want to look at it a certain way, now it's not just 16, but it's like, it's really 16. So,
it's the most 16.
It's so good.
Drop, did you want to do anything?
I'm going to sneak along to the edge of the mast. So I'm going to make a stealth check, okay?
Yeah, I'm into it.
No.
9.
It's not the worst.
The gnome in the crow's nest on the other ship sees you and also climbs out onto his spear in hand.
Snap his neck. Do it.
I mean, they're still on opposite. They'd have to make one of them would have to jump to get to the other one.
Like get all Steven Seagal and just like all the way around.
If I do that, guys, then it's on.
Yeah.
All right.
Right?
Well, before it's on, I'm asking Austin. Like we're intimidating as fuck right now. Like, what does Coin do after my fire speech or whatever?
I mean, he definitely seems he doesn't seem confident anymore. But he says like, we can't just let you go. We're proud Glitter Gold. We serve our company and our god, and we can't just we give you, if you surrender, you'll be treated well. We'll get 3 hot meals a day. You won't be tortured. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Of all the dungeons to be in, Glitter Gold Dungeon's pretty nice.
I'm ready for a fight.
No.
So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying this in character. This is me out of character saying like I'm ready to get my character killed and just like watch everything burn. So
okay, so Vinny is gonna say, can we talk? Like, we don't want to hurt you. We have things we need to do, and obviously we don't want to hurt you because I wouldn't have fixed your face the best I could with my tiny hands.
Oh, that's not the captain.
Oh, that's the other guy.
Right?
Where's he? Is he around, that guy?
that's a different one.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have fixed that guy with my tiny hands if we wanted to hurt you guys. This is important. We have to stop the Blackhearts and save everybody. So why don't you just pretend that you didn't see us, and you can catch us later, maybe, if you need to, but you shouldn't. And I'm gonna roll persuasion now.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 12.
That's good, Johnny. I'm sorry, Austin. I just want to say, like, I feel like the fact that we're doing really great, like, good cop, bad cop right now should like maybe influence your decision about whether or not they want to back down. And also, a 12 is a pretty above average roll right there too. So
Yeah, it's okay. He says, if you cut your sails down and hand them over, we'll let you leave. But we need those sails.
yeah, but then we're stuck.
Look, life is hard.
Stuff all over, bro.
How come you guys get to go and we don't? What makes you guys so special? Because you got a better job? That seems like some bullshit, sir.
And that is one of the perks of working for Glitter Gold, yeah, and being in the service of Garl. He's a pretty cool god. I recommend it highly.
My god's cooler!
Your god is a lie. I don't say that. That's just me, being a jerk.
My god could beat up your god.
Johnny, like, let's kill people.
No!
So, if you're...
Anybody have any better ideas?
Oh, I those were all my ideas, and I feel like I rolled pretty well, but I'm done now.
All right, so are you going to give us your sails?
Hold on, let us think about it.
All right,
Johnny,
I'm
hit
going
it.
over, guys.
Do this thing. No, it's on.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to make an acrobatics check to leap over to the other mast here.
This is gonna be great.
18.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, you do a fucking sweet side flip, and you actually catch the gnome off guard. He's so impressed and surprised, so if you want to get an advantage on him.
Okay, let's do it.
Pull out his heart.
Jesus.
Ooh,
Advantage 21.
hell yeah!
Yeah, you do a sweet flip, and you run over. You have your sword, I assume?
Yeah.
All right, you want to roll damage on that? That is a hit.
Okay, 6. I'm going to take the opportunity to pop a flurry of blows as well.
Mm-hmm.
First one is a 6, critical miss.
Oh.
So the second one is an 8.
Yeah, so you flip onto his mast, you slash him, and then you go to punch him, and he actually deflects and almost loses his footing and goes over. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, for the crit fail.
Yeah. 23.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you like start to fall, and then you just like drops, and grabs hold and like swings back up perfectly.
Cool.
I guess we're gonna roll initiative now, huh?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Violet says, Cardinal Stab Daddy, ram the ship!
Wait, Dad, no, hold on, I have a plan.
Which is not a good idea.
Oof. Oh gosh, it's popping off in a big way.
Yeah, this is not going to go well. I mean, I love it, but...
And also, I'm going to note, I have to roll initiative for my magpie separately, because it's actually a discrete character that needs to have his own turns in combat. So...
All right, I get +1 to this, so...
Okay.
15! Not bad.
I get a 4.
7 for Alias.
All of us get to go before Austin, which is good, I guess.
The magpie goes on 20.
Okay.
So
So we all go before Austin.
The bird goes first.
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Magpie, Johnny, Leon, Lauren, Austin.
mine's on 7, yes, and Job's is on 20.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
These harpoons, if, for example, I don't know, Violet leapt from our ship to their ship, do their harpoons turn all the way around?
No, they cannot be swiveled in such a way as to shoot the ship they're attached to.
Understood. That's kind of a thing I wanted to know. All right, thank you. It's not my turn yet. I just wanted to know that for future reference.
I guess it's the magpie's turn.
Let's do it.
20 on 7. Begin.
How far away is Drop away from us, roughly?
I mean, he's on the other ship, so pretty far.
All right. For the time being, Job will fly over and land on Elise's shoulder for the time being, just in preparation of some other things, and that'll be what he does for now. So,
Johnny.
All right, attacking the gnome in front of me again.
Cool.
Murder him. Murder the gnome.
15.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 1d6 and 3. That's 9 damage.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna pop my flurry of blows again, but I am gonna use my martial arts to attack him one more time, just with my regular fisticuffs.
Sounds good.
All right, and that's 21.
Oof.
And that's a 1d4 plus 3,
That motherfucker's gotta be dead.
and that's 6 damage.
I mean, you swung back up onto it. You guys crossed blades, and then you basically like stabbed him one arm, and then as he like looked at it, you punched him in the face, and he slips, falls, and splatters on the deck. Drop, you are the first murderer of Dice Funk Season 2.
I thought Violet was because she killed that robot.
Yeah. Do robots count?
We had some discussion about that. You were the first flesh murderer.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You have murdered a flesh, Drop. That dude is dead.
Cool.
Drop still feels kind of sad, but he's not sure if he feels any more sad.
Okay. I have a question for Austin.
Oh, yeah.
A physics question.
Oh my God.
My ability to charge. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I should be able to charge, but there's like water in the way. Can I jump as I'm charging, or is that not okay? I wanted to know before I just started to do shit.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you'll have to jump. It'll be an athletics check. You'll get advantage of that on that if you're in a rage. You should be pretty fine, but you conceivably could fail, and you will be able to carry you through your momentum because you're like flying through the air.
Okay, what is the first thing I need to roll? Because you said a bunch of things.
Athletics.
Athletics check to get over.
Yeah. Are you popping your rage?
I'm turning on the rage switch. She's
Mhm.
super rage. She's not going to frenzy yet because she doesn't know yet, but she is raging. Athletics is +4, so that's probably a good thing. Oh, by the way, she's aiming towards coin. Like she feels like she has like vampire rules in her head. Like if she kills the Dracula, they'll all stop. All right, athletics check. 6, not great.
Oh no. This is the one check you really should not have fucked.
I know.
You got advantage though, right?
Okay.
Because you're raging.
Oh, okay.
You cannot afford a 6. Please get higher.
Please.
I'm gonna try. 17.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, this just went from a total party kill to conceivably winnable.
Yeah.
To a party name.
All right.
Yeah, you get a running angry start and you leap over the distance between the two ships, and Coin is at the edge. Are you impaling him on your way down?
I'm gonna murder this motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Oh, this guy is toast. All right, but I still need to roll 2 actually hit him though, right?
Correct.
All right, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I get +4 to that because that's just my attack bonus. Please die. Crit! I crit! I fucking crit!
No.
And I mean, I don't even know if I have to roll for this, but I will anyway.
Oh,
4 plus, hold on, 46
Plus.
I hope I'm doing this right.
Oh my God.
So that's 8, which is not great actually. But then I get my other thing. Hold on.
Wow, that's a very poor roll on the damage there.
Yeah, that could have been like devastating, but it was only 13, which is still, I think, pretty fucking graphic.
Yeah, I mean, you make a running leap over the distance between the boats, and you come down and you just fucking impale their leader.
I want to say one more thing. You have to make a strength to save or fall, and since you're on the edge, I feel like if you fail this, like if you get less than 12, you're going over the edge and bleeding.
That's actually not true because I would fall prone and not be moved a square. But I do like where your head's at. Let me roll this. Is that a save?
Shut. It is 12. You have to roll. It's a 12 strength roll, so you like literally just made it.
So you come down. I guess you catch him in the shoulder and you're like through him, and he grabs onto you, and you guys are like in a death struggle now. Holy shit.
Talking as a free action, so Violet says, "Tell your people to give up or you're going to die. I have a horn through you, and I am a unicorn."
Intimidation.
I will. And I feel like, and I'm just going to throw this out there, I feel like I could get some kind of advantage to intimidation because I'm in him.
Also, his men are raining from the sky around him.
Right, so can I get advantage to this intimidation since I'm inside of him?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like that's fair. 8, which is not great, but I get to roll again. 12, which is good, but not amazing.
Hoofa doofa.
I'm in him, Austin. I'm inside him.
Stop it.
No.
Sketch, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything?
Alias is going to run up to over here, to the edge here, with the magpie still in tow. Reach out a hand, say a few things, and then cast sleep towards, well, as many of the gnomes he can cast a spell at.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a sleep is a little bit weird, but I'm going to roll the dice for it right now. I believe it's 5d8.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So basically, what that means is from starting with the person with the least amount of hit points, it causes people to fall asleep until that dice is spent out, and that's within 20 feet here is where I'm aiming at.
All right. The gnome closest to the edge falls asleep and falls over.
Cool.
Lauren?
Okay, I'm going to cast. Okay. So I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself, and then that's it for now.
Okay, cool. I think Ziggy is going to cast magic missile and just start like submachine gunning gnomes.
Yeah, kill my guy. Finish off my guy. You owe me.
Wait, okay? Hold on, this is important.
Yeah.
Are you trying to murder this man, or are you trying to intimidate him by like mowing down a bunch of his people while you have him at your mercy?
Think carefully.
Violet really wants him to be murdered, but no, you know what, I don't. She can't even see what the frogman is doing anyway. She's like, her head is like against the guy, so she wouldn't really be able to. So the frogman's gonna shoot who the frogman shoots.
All right, so he just submachine guns a bunch of gnomes unrelated to you.
Okay.
Shoot, frogman, shoot.
Joan, I'm gonna say she casts like Ray of Frost maybe at a gnome, and Kay fires off an arrow. He actually is using a great bow. He has like a really big quiver. His arrows are bigger than normal arrows. There's this kind of like archer stereotype of them being like Legolas skinny, but like old-timey bows are actually really hard to pull back, so you need to be really strong to do so.
He's my muscle bro.
He's the most muscle bro. But yeah, so Leon, you've gored this guy. You have him. There's a dead splattered friend. One of his soldiers was put to sleep and dropped into the ocean, presumably to drown. People around him are being, stabbed by magic missiles and frozen where they stand. It's not great.
Yeah.
And so he falls to one knee and says, "Fine. We'll get you another time."
Put down all your weapons, and we'll and go below deck. All you go below deck first, and then we'll go back on our ship, and then we'll just leave you alone.
And throw the weapons overboard.
Yeah, like literally, yeah, just chuck them. And okay, please.
You end your threat with "please."
Well, she's not used to this.
So there's a scene of you guys disarming them, then throwing their weapons overboard. I think they retrieve the man who fell overboard, which is good for him. There's only the one casualty, I believe.
And the other one I stabbed, I guess, will not bleed out. So okay, yeah, only one person had to die. Only one gnome.
You force them below deck, and Violet, you're looking down the stairs as they're all like huddled there, scared and defeated. And Captain Coin looks up at you and he says, "We're gonna get you, horse."
Oh.
Violet says, "I am a unicorn."
Damn you, unicorn.
It's better. Insult me correctly.
Insult you correctly. All right, so you guys, you just leaving them below deck and you jump back onto your ship and you guys take off again?
Yeah, let's go to the mountains.
Maybe we should not go to the mountains and go somewhere where they don't think we're going and come back later.
It's up to you. Right now, you guys can go to the monastery or you can go to the military camp, and neither are within sight of this battleground, so they're not going to like immediately find you. And remember, you're going to leave people behind who will then navigate the ship away.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we bar them below deck and, I don't know, maybe cut a couple of ropes on our way out or something like that, then,
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's basically hobble them, and then we leave and go to the mountains, like, carefully.
Yeah, Skitch, when you were gone, they decided to stop by Drops Monastery, even though it's a little out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this episode's going to end with you guys leaving the hobbled Glitter Gold ship behind, and then there's going to be a scene from shore, like as you guys come in and you see the monastery up on a cliff. It's closer to the water than the last time Drop saw it. It's like on the cliff side, but that cliff is getting closer to ground level because of the water.
Right.
And you guys are all looking over it. Some of you are bruised and battered.
I'm still invisible.
Yeah, you pop back into existence. I don't know what the look on Drop's face is. This is the first time any of you have taken a human life.
Yeah, how does Drop look? I mean, Violet looks over to him.
I mean, generally he looks pretty pained.
Right. Like it.
I don't think you guys can tell a difference.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Violet does have blood all over her head.
Vinny's sniffling a bunch, like crying.
It's pretty rough.
Violet gets back on the wheel and said, "Captain Violet to the rescue!" And then she presses a bunch of fake buttons and goes.
Hey, so can Vinny take Stab Daddy aside?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. Hey, Dad.
Yes, Vinny?
Can we talk alone for a little bit, please?
Sure, what do you need?
Oh, Dad, that was really scary. I'm really upset.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised by your friends and their, violence?
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I mean, Ziggy did stab a dude in the face, but, like, it was to protect me, so...
And Violet did stab a doctor.
And Violet did stab several people.
Which of your friends have not committed just a grievous stabbing?
I don't think Alias has.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We should ask him about that. He doesn't seem very stabby.
Okay, that was Austin.
Oh.
But it can be. It can be Cardinal Stab Daddy. The great thing about Kenku is they have complete control over the voice.
Yeah.
So they can sound like anything, and it's all totally internally consistent.
That voice all the time, all day, 24/7.
I think actually the one thing they can't do is make new sentences in common, but my Kenku can. In the Dice Funko-verse, they can.
Nice.
I'm bending the fiction to my whims. But anyway, I'm not sure I approve of the crowd you're hanging out with.
Well, they're good people. They've kept me alive, and they mean good.
Well,
they mean well. Shut up, Dad.
Can we, out of character, talk about how close that came to breaking so bad? We've had a couple times where characters came close to getting chomped by, sea monsters or crushed by trees, but like Drop was literally one roll from splattering.
Oh my god, I know.
Like a fly on a windshield. And Violet, if she had, luckily she got advantage on that jump, but she'd have missed it.
She would have died.
She can swim, so she wouldn't have died outright, but then it's 20 on 3.
I can't. I know. I was like, why? No, stabbing, please, no, and then stabbing. So much stabbing.
I mean, really what saved you guys, at least in the way you approached it, was Violet's uncompromising commitment to violence, because it really backed up the intimidation rolls.
That's true.
But I'm not going to, fudge the dice if you guys do, I would have killed Drop if he had failed that dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh, that would have been insane.
It would have been, but so I'm not, super interested in running a meat grinder, but, I'm not going to Deus Ex Machina you guys out of...
Right.
If you jump off a cliff, you're going off a cliff. Anyway... So with this side conversation, is there anything particular you're trying to get at with, hey, I know you just met my friends and they seem nice. One of them is consumed by bloodlust and one of them is kind of a sad murderer.
I think Vinny wants comfort and a little guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Like how she should approach / handle this.
Well, I mean, you have me and that Alias kid seems like he has a good head on his shoulders, although he did sleep through half of that confrontation.
And he's been a little different lately.
Yeah, he's hanging out with that scary lady. What's the deal there?
I really like her, Miss Joan, but I think she lied to us about who she was. And I don't think he said anything to her about it, and I don't know what to do.
It seems like we might have some choices to make coming up here soon, Vinny.
Yeah, I just wish that we were friends like we used to be. Remember when he showed up in the village? Wah, 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 wah.
He was such a sweet boy.
Wah, 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 wah. That's the flashback music.
I mean, were all your friends nice when you met them, and it's this journey that has changed them? And how well do you actually know Violet?
Not that well. We met on a boat, which wasn't that long ago, so, you know.
I mean, you call these people your friends, but I don't think you actually know much about them. I mean, who knows what secrets they could be keeping about themselves or about anything. Big thanks to Overclock Remix, both for our theme song, Thunderstruck, an arrangement of Windmill Hut from The Legend of Zelda, and Dream Meter Mix, an arrangement of Lavender Town from Pokemon. Executive producers for the month of August 2016 are Joseph Tombrello, Kirsten Haslinger, Ingmar Gremmen, Jade, The Cult of Gorfanax, Extellaris, King Waza, Allison Ansell, Luke Powers, Tarka, Michael Goodell, Wayne Witzke, Brent, Neil, Trenton, Melanie Joe, Lana Seawolf, Toby Gleason Stack, Silken Guns, Matthew Weber, Emmanuel Garcia, Sarah Hanley, Melissa Booker, Keith Snyder, Cameron Abbas, Ariel Badger Release, Zenith Will Rule, Exley, Gary Zayon, Dash on the Rage Monster, Carl, Harrison Andrew, Paul Mullen, Jorrit, Viger Arnston, Anna Stolfarer, Dylan, Giorgio Renna, Christopher Charlo, Cody Jackson, August Rue, Mirren Bati, and Taylor Hoyt. You can support the show directly by becoming a patron at patreon.com/AustinYorski. You can support Leon by going to patreon.com/RenegadeCut or subscribing to his YouTube channel. And you can support Lauren directly by visiting her Etsy shop, to which you can find a link in her Twitter profile. If you want to help indirectly, you could always like, comment, subscribe, or review us wherever you found the show, or just tell a friend.